Hello again. So today I am bringing you my 2016 Bookish Resolutions. And I'll be honest, my Bookish Resolutions for this year haven't really changed that much from last year. But I have expanded them a little bit, and obviously things will change throughout the year as they did in 2015. I changed my reading goal, I moved it up a little bit because I was reading more than I thought I would be, and just other things like that. So this year my first Bookish resolution is to read 50 books. I'm starting out with 50 because this year I read over 50 and my original goal was only 30. So I think I can do it. Granted, in 2015 I did read a lot of graphic novels, so that did contribute to some of mine, but who's to say I won't read just as many graphic novels in 2016 as I did in 2015. My next resolution is to read my own books. And this one sounds a little stupid, but there's a couple things that roll into this. I did borrow quite a few books from friends, but I also want to cut down my TBR. So under this one is buying less books. I kind of went a little book crazy in 2015, and I would just buy anything that sounded interesting or had a good cover. And so many of those books are still just sitting on my shelves, and I don't know when I'm gonna read them or if I'm gonna read them. And that's a problem. So I really want to read the books I have on my own shelves and try not to buy as many books in 2016. Obviously I have some books that I'm already planning on buying in 2016, like A Gathering of Shadows, the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, is coming out, as is The Rose and the Dagger, which is the sequel to The Wrath and the Dawn, and I will definitely be buying both of those. But there are some books that I'm sure are gonna come out, I'm gonna see in the bookstore, and they're gonna look pretty, they're gonna sound good, and I really just need to not buy them unless I know I'm gonna be reading it. And kind of in with that is, for those books I do see that sound interesting but I don't have to have, I want to utilize my library more. There's one right down the street from my house and I never go there. So for those books that I don't absolutely have to have but still sound interesting, I want to borrow those from my library before I commit to buying it, because maybe I won't actually end up liking it. Or maybe it'll end up sitting on my shelf for a year and a half like some of my other books have. My next couple resolutions are more in regards to my blog and my booktube channel. And the first one is to do more book reviews. I found in the last year I didn't do any film reviews of books that I read. Yeah, I would do little summaries as I was doing wrap-ups, like I really liked this one, I didn't like this one, but I never did an in-depth review on one book on my channel. And that's something I really want to do more of in 2016, because I think it would help me be more analytical in the books I read. Because the problem I've found in trying to talk to people about books I've liked and maybe issues they had is that a lot of times I wasn't reading carefully enough. I was just reading the story and I'm not really looking deep into it. And so it wasn't until I was talking with people and they were telling me about the issues they were having with those books, whether it was the character or the plot or what have you. It was as we were talking, they were explaining why they had issues with these things, that I went, oh, I didn't see it that way, or oh, I didn't read that. Like, how did I not notice? And so in 2016, I want to read my books more closely so that I can do those book reviews. But that way, when I'm having a discussion with somebody about a book that maybe I enjoyed and they didn't, I cannot be realizing in that moment that what they're saying was in the book and I just didn't notice. Basically, I just don't want to be standing there looking like an idiot going, oh, I didn't even notice, because that's happened way too many times. And my last bookish resolution for 2016 is to just film more videos and to write more blog posts in general. Obviously, I want to be doing more reviews, like I said for my last resolution. I did write a few reviews on my blog, but I feel like I can do better than that. It was just kind of getting my feet wet in general. But now I just want to be using both platforms that I'm on to talk about books more often, because I go months without posting anything in either place and it's a problem. I don't like it. And I feel like I personally don't have a lot of booktube friends. Obviously, if you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know about Alexis over at Rocket Reads. But she's not even somebody I met through BookTube. I met BookTube because of Alexis. She and I used to live together, and she was doing BookTube and she introduced me to it. So that's why I talk about her all the time, is because we're real life friends. We're not just BookTube friends. And I feel like I don't have any, but that's because I don't engage in the community at all. I don't post a whole lot, and recently I haven't even been watching videos a lot. And that is my goal in 2016, is to change that. I want to be more active on BookTube. I want to be more active on my blog. I just want to be out there so I can actually meet you guys and discuss things, because right now I'm just not doing it, and it's my own fault. So those are all the bookish resolutions I have for 2016 thus far. Obviously I might add more or change them up a little bit, but as of right now, that's what I've got. If you have any 2016 bookish resolutions, let me know what they are in the comments down below, and here's to seeing you all more in 2016. Bye.